Yo, thought I'd show the steed. It's been 5 weeks since I've ridden this. I was out with a collarbone fracture, downhill mountain biking get off. It's been 5 weeks, so slowly building the strength up, and I thought I'd put some miles in on this, see if I can get match fit again. She's filthy as hell, so don't judge me on that. It's been parked. Had a heap of gear thrown at it, courtesy of Whiskey Throttle. Thanks to them. But other than that, it's been parked, waiting for me to recover from the injury. So thought I'd do a quick walk around, show you what's changed on the bike. Not a lot, but just a few things that make a big difference on riding. I've got myself a brand new lid. It's the first time in years, 7, 8 years maybe, that I've had a brand new helmet. And I went for the Simpson. Way lighter than the Biltwell, clearly. Nicer, snug. Feels good to have the cheeks pushed up again. It's actually tight. The Biltwell's getting a bit loose. So I don't know if they're better or worse than the Biltwell yet. I'm going to find out. Everyone seems to think these are the better helmets. Give it a go. Definitely feels like a luxury and a bit of a treat for me to have a new helmet, that's for sure, because I'm not used to having new gear. I usually buy the new helmets for other people and I just run my other shit into the ground. But you know, the accident and the mountain bike and just a few other things running through my head, I thought it's time to spend up on a big lid and do it properly. So the bike, first thing I've changed that makes it noticeable straight away. You can see how much gangster lean this punk's got now. It leans over hard. Reason is it's got 14-inch rear shocks now, which has brought the back up a heap, and therefore with the stand it's now leaning over heaps, which is cool. It's not out of control just yet. I'm parked on a pretty off-camber section of road right here where the stand dips away to the right heaps there, as you can see, and it's handling it fine, so it's not too high up in the rear where it can't handle it and I need a custom mod on the stand or anything yet. But yeah, 14-inch shocks on the back. They've got the piggyback reservoirs, way firmer than the old ones and just way nicer. High compression, low compression adjustability there. I haven't touched them. Whiskey Throttle pretty much set them up for my weight and dialed them in, and I've just left them. I'm riding them and it feels nice. Bike's responding heaps quicker, rebounding better. It's just way better overall. So loving them. The bike's higher obviously as well with the 14-inch shocks. I think the old ones I had were 12-inch progressives, and already seems to turn in better. Bank in nicer. I'm not sending it through mad twisties yet, I'm just going up through the back of Beachmont, but once my shoulder recovers properly I'll be able to put them to the real road test. While they had the bike they fixed a few things up front. There was headstand bearing problem and a few other things, but so the other thing I decided to change while I was in there is my bar setup. The whole complete bar setup's brand new. I had these 12-inch risers and they were like a one-piece bar and riser, so the risers came up and then the bar was completely welded to the riser as like a one unit. It came up and then the bars rolled over, so they were pullbacks and they rolled back into me a lot. So I'm quite tall. When I was riding, if I wanted a straight arm I'd have to be leaning back heaps to get my arms straight, and it was starting to hurt my back. The alternative to straighten my back up was to bend my arms heaps, and it just wasn't pleasant for a short person. So off with the bar and riser setup, and I went for a thrashing riser setup. The old ones were 12-inch, they come up to about here, and then the bar came across the top. These are, I think they're 8, probably from memory, 8 to 10-inch riser. I don't really remember. Maddie can tell us exactly what they are, but we went for a smaller riser in Thrash and Supply, and no rollback, no pullback, just straight risers. And then the bars we threw on them were aggressive mid-bends, so I was adamant about running them. Maddie's got them on his road glide, the shop bike down there, and I sat on that and I was like, man, I want this bar set up same as this. And he was like, they're pretty aggressive, you know, they roll forward heaps. And I said, yeah, I'm pretty tall, I want that, so this is exactly what I wanted. He threw them on and it's come up fucking trick. It's so comfy to ride. My riding position's way better. Just can get a straight arm and my back's not this way, it's nice and upright, and this feels way more comfy. I'm pretty busted up from this shoulder, and even today I've put down probably 100 k's already and I'm fine. Also did brand new grips while we were there. ODI grips. They're the collaboration one that Carrie Hart did with ODI. They're the Hart Luck grips. So much grip, soft, fair bit of feedback, very comfortable. Heap of confidence and traction in them, so I did them. While we were there, we had brake fluid reservoir leak, so we fixed that up and put a new lever on there. So, like most stories, when you put your bike in the shop to do one thing, you end up doing 10 things. This is how we end up doing all these changes, right? How it started. So, the bike had a Thundermax in there. Everyone knows the story on Thundermaxes. They're good for making power, but they got shit rideability. You can't tune the bottom end real nice, and they just ride like shit. Was starting to throw engine lights left, right, and center. It'd be riding nice, and it'd just throw an engine light, throw an oil light, all that fucking shit. And then it started running shit in traffic. Good on the open road, but shit in traffic, and then it'd get hot, and then the fucking plugs would foul, or they'd put a new set of plugs in, and then the plugs would come out, they look like fucking trash. And I was like, man, this thing's just riding like shit. So Whiskey Throttle helped me out to diagnose a problem, and they said your Thundermax is throwing lights, and fuck that off, put a standard Harley ECU in with a Screaming Eagle super tuner on it, and we'll get Freddie from Pro Cycle Dyno to tune it. So Freddie confirmed that Thundermax is a shit, get that out, put the Harley ECU in. The bike made basically the same power on the new ECU, probably 1 horsepower less from memory, but the rideability of the bike is way fucking nicer. The bottom end's nice, through traffic it's nice, it's not fouling plugs, it's cool. Throttle is a lot more sensitive, the throttle pickup, response, it's just a fucking nicer tune all around, man. The power curve's neater, so although it only made the same power, feels a lot faster, and it's a cammed 103, you know, slightly higher compression motor. She's cranky, it's fast enough for me, it's not a powerhouse. But definitely does the job. It's a Harley Davidson Streetbob, not a Kawasaki ZX10 track bike. It's not meant to make fucking near 200 horsepower and do 9-second quarters. It's fast. It's 6-speed manual, fuel injected. Now it's tuned nice, it's running mint. And while it was in the shop getting the ECU put in and all that, that's when I said to Whiskey Throttle, you want to throw a heap more parts at it for me, make it cool, let's set this thing up and dial it in better. And they did that, and that's where we're at now. I'm out getting some seat time, just riding, putting some miles in, just getting match fit again, because I used to be able to do 1,000k a day on this thing, and I haven't ridden it in 5 weeks. So I need to get back to that. Queensland, weather's beautiful. We're on the front side of winter. Winter's in a couple of weeks, and it usually gets pretty cold. A lot of places around the world, winter comes, and you just cover your Harley. Here in Queensland, chuck a jumper on, because it's going to be cool, especially up here on the mountains. But you can basically ride all year round, especially winter. That's what I'm doing, out enjoying the cool weather. Sun's dropping real quick. It's going to set probably within the hour, so if I don't get off this mountain soon, it's going to be cold. But yeah, just getting match fit on the bike so I can get out riding with you legends again. Catch you on the road.